Just like every single person on Twitter, barbarians are beings of ceaseless rage. But which barbarian is best barian? Well, we're going to be breaking down every subclass in the game to find the best, and more importantly, the worst. Obviously, any subclass can be great if it's the one you want to play, but mechanically, some are just better at murdering kobolds than others. Also, I'll include the Patreon community rankings as we go along, so you can see exactly how controversial my opinions are. Okay, let's do this. Path of the Ancestral Guardian. Did you seriously think that being angry was about dealing damage? Lord, no. It's about eating damage so that your squishy wizard friend can survive. This meme? This is you. Your 3rd level feature, Ancestral Protectors, forces any creature you attack to have disadvantage on their attack rolls against anyone who isn't you, and also deal half damage to them. Basically, attacking other people becomes almost pointless. Ranged Barbarians, although not usually very good, can be great with this build, as you throw a custard pie at the troll and then run away, and force it to chase after you. At later levels, you get some abilities that let you tank better, either reducing incoming damage as a reaction with Spirit Shield, or dealing damage to a creature when they try to attack you. All in, Ancestral Guardians are awesome support barbarians. Sure, you won't deal that much damage yourself, but you'll keep your allies alive so they can deal the damage. Teamwork. Also, they make boss fights a joke. If it's the whole party versus one creature, you are gonna bully the crap out of them with this build. They go in A tier. Battle Rager. Okay, hands up if you forgot this subclass existed. Battle Ragers commit 2 massive sins of D&D design. 1. They have a pointless restriction. Only dwarves can be this subclass. Now, you can homebrew otherwise, and you definitely should, because this is fucking stupid, but rules as written, it's dwarves only. 2. They restrict your build. This subclass is based around wearing spiked armor, which means you have to wear spiked armor. No unarmored defense or light armor builds allowed for you. So what do they actually do? Well, as a bonus action, you can make an additional melee weapon attack with your armor spikes against a creature within 5 feet. On a hit, they take 1d4 piercing damage plus rage, which isn't bad, but if you wanted this effect, any barbarian can get it, but better, with the Polar Master feat. Also, if you grapple an enemy, they take 3 damage if the check succeeds. Wow. That's awful. At 6th level, you get a rechargeable pool of temporary hit points, gaining up to 5 each time you reckless attack. That's actually really good, but the other abilities aren't. A bonus action dash at level 10 and dealing an extra 3 damage when an enemy attacks you just isn't gonna cut it. All in, Battle Ragers go in D. It's a cool concept, but a weak subclass with too many restrictions. But if you want to improve them for your games, double the damage of all the spiked armor, make it so any race can play them, and make the AC of the spiked armor at least equal to half plate. Mr. Shorts?
Oh, hi, Doctor, hi.
I have your test results here. It's not good news. What is it? I'm afraid there is no doubt. You are British. No, there must be some kind of mistake. I am so sorry. There is no known cure for being British. You must live a life of cottage pies and emotional repression and limited entertainment options. Is there nothing that can be done? Well, there is one loophole you could maybe try. Nordvpn. Nordvpn? Nordvpn is the fastest VPN out there. It's easy to use, works on multiple devices and on every major platform, letting you change your browsing location to anywhere in the world. As far as the internet knows, I'm from Canada, so I'm watching The Office on Netflix. Do you remember this episode? Ooh, it's so cringe. Nordvpn also includes features to protect against phishing, password attacks, malware, and malvertising. It's also NordVPN's 11th birthday, so you can get an additional gift of extra subscription time for free, auto-applied with the link in description. Get NordVPN with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so it's totally risk-free. NordVPN.com/D&D Shorts, link below. Path of the Beast. The Path of the Mr. Beast is legit awesome. Basically, every time you rage, you can transform, sort of like a werewolf. When you do, you get a bite attack that restores your hit points, claws that let you make an extra attack, or a tail that gives you a reach attack and some extra AC. At later levels, you can even give yourself a swim speed, climb speed, or super jump every time you finish a short rest. By the late game, you're cursing enemies for extra damage, or forcing them to attack their own allies, or buffing your allies with extra damage themselves. And look, fellas, you don't have to be a furry to play this class, right? I'm sure it helps, but you don't have to be. All that aside, I'm putting them in A tier. They're strong, versatile, varied, and just really fun. Path of the Berserker. Okay. Controversial opinion time. Berserker Barbarians divide the D&D community faster than asking who's better, Matt Mercer or Brennan Lee Mulligan. You see, Frenzy is their ability, which lets you make a bonus action melee attack every turn while you are raging. That is amazing, but there's a downside. When you finish raging, you get a point of exhaustion. Depending on your campaign and your DM's style, this either kills the build and makes it completely unplayable, or it's a joke of a downside that does literally nothing. If you're having lots of fights each day, that exhaustion will pile up and eventually kill you, so you can't frenzy all the time. But if you're only having one fight a day, this is awesome. Like, go nuts, no downsides. But here's a fact. Because Frenzy is such a controversial ability, people forget that Berserkers get other abilities too, and they're actually really good. Mindless Rage negates fear and charm effects, both really common and really bad for barbarians, and Intimidating Presence lets you frighten other creatures. Frenzy barbarians are all out offensive. They attack with their action, bonus action, and reaction every single turn. And look, murder can be lots of fun. I'm putting them in B tier. Path of the Storm Herald. So Storm Heralds get a 10-foot aura around them when they rage, and you can use a bonus action each turn to, in some way or another, use that aura to fuck shit up. You choose an environment that affects your aura, and each time you level up, you can swap that environment for a different one. The Desert Aura deals fire damage to all creatures in your aura, even allies, so watch out. The Sea Aura deals lightning damage to a creature of your choice inside your aura. And Tundra gives each creature of your choice in the aura temporary hit points. Honestly, this one's probably the best one. Barbarians resist a bunch of damage anyway, so your temporary hit points are kind of doubled as well. You also get more benefits as you level up, depending on the environment you choose. Desert lets you resist fire damage and set things on fire by touching them. Also at level 14, you can deal additional fire damage as a reaction whenever a creature hits you. Sea lets you resist lightning damage, have a 30-foot swim speed, and breathe underwater. At level 14, it also lets you knock an enemy prone as your reaction when you hit them with a weapon attack. That one's nasty. Tundra lets you resist cold, freeze a 5-foot cube of water, and at level 14, reduce one creature's speed to 0 in your aura every time you activate it. So Storm Barbarians are more cool and interesting than they are actually powerful. Still, if you're looking for something to do as your bonus action, and you like the idea of having some variation without things getting too complicated, they've got you covered. They're solid B tier. Totem Warrior. S tier. Yeah, we all know. So here's the thing. Totem Warriors give you a ton of options across the entire subclass. Each time you get a feature, you get to pick from a bunch of different animals and gain a different power depending on the animal you pick. These guys would be S tier already if the only build option you ever got was the bear, but you actually get a ton of other different options to build however you like. The bear totem is an insane tank, giving you resistance to all damage except psychic. Eagle totem is mobility focused, letting you dash as a bonus action and giving enemies disadvantage on opportunity attacks made against you. Elk is just pure speed. An Elk Barbarian Centaur has a walking speed of 65 feet by just level 5. Tiger is a jumping build. Fun concept if you don't want to be too OP. And Wolf is an insane support build, giving all your allies advantage on all melee attacks against creatures within 5 feet of you. And that is only the level 3 abilities. Not all of these are broken, by the way. The Bear and the Wolf are completely insane, but the Tiger, Eagle, and Elk are just fun options as well. You get more choices at level 6 and 14, and you can pick whatever options you like. This one subclass has so much versatility built in. You could play 3 Totem Barbarians back to back, and each time feel like a totally different character. Now, barbarians aren't the strongest class in the game, but I think you could make the case that totem barbarians are the strongest single subclass in D&D. Seriously, this bad boy is crazy, and it's also tons of fun. S tier 100%. Zealot. What if you had the resurrection powers of Jesus and the anger management issues of the Old Testament God? You'd be a zealot barbarian, the perfect build for people who love dying. With the warrior of the gods feature, any spell that would restore you to life, like Revivify, does not require material components, so it's free. You can be as reckless as you want. As long as someone always has a spell slot, you're always coming back. Zealots also hit hard as well, dealing an extra 1d6 plus half your barbarian level, radiant or necrotic damage on your first attack each turn. From 6th level you can re-roll a failed saving throw, and from 10th level you can scream so loud that up to 10 allies within 60 feet can make every single attack roll and saving throw at advantage until your next turn. But their most iconic feature is Rage Beyond Death, where you don't die if you're raging. Having 0 hit points doesn't knock you unconscious, and you can't die due to failed death saves. Insert man too angry to die meme right here. Zealots are amazing, seriously, but they do require someone who can raise the dead in your party to really shine. They can chill in A tier. Wild Magic. If you wanted all the fun of the wild magic sorcerer without the risk of exploding and killing all your friends, this is a great choice. These barbarians come with this table. Whenever you rage, you roll on it and you get that effect. Some deal damage, some let you teleport, some let you throw your weapon, Mjolnir style. It's all cool stuff. The problem is, because you don't get to choose your wild magic effects, it's hard to strategize in advance. You sort of have to run in and adapt to whatever result you get. This means wild magic barbarians aren't the most consistent, but they do reward creative, on-the-spot thinking. If you have a great DM who's comfortable rewarding your creative solutions and uses of your powers, this is awesome. As you increase in levels, you get the power to boost your own or your allies' attack rolls and ability checks equal to a D3. Or, as an awesome support feature, you can roll a D3 and give an ally a spell slot back equal to the number you rolled. So you can just hand your wizard friend back their fireball. That's awesome. The later abilities let you roll on the wild magic table more often, giving you a better chance at getting something good to suit your current situation. The only real problem with this subclass is that the wild magic table is the same at level 3 as it is at level 20. It would be a lot better if it grew in power as you did. Still, this is a fun build if you like a bit of chaos. They go in solid B tier. And there you have it, a great crop of subclasses with only one exception. Barbarians are a fantastic choice for beginners. There's nothing too complex, and they're a ton of fun. Remember, you can vote on these videos and get access to the DM's Secret Weapon magazine on Patreon. You can sign up today to get 4 magazines and a bonus adventure immediately. That is $60 worth of adventures, maps, subclasses, races, and a bunch of other awesome stuff for just $10. You can check that out, link below, and also remember to like and subscribe and check out other videos on the channel. That's all I got. See you next time.